I got these little hearts. I'm going to carve one of these hearts out of this cherry stock scrap I have. And we'll go from there. Shoot, welcome. Babe, maybe you can zoom in on the a little closer because I'm doing this tiny stuff now. Welcome, everybody. Ooh, I don't like that imprint they put on there. I lost it. No, we don't do much often. Dad's workshop, tiny stuff. Tiny stuff. I was wondering why Wes was putting a heart in that mallet, and then I saw Miss Heather showed me Delon's video. So this is me accepting the challenge of putting a heart into something. I'm always putting my heart into stuff. Wes does it. Wes really does it. Hey, if you haven't been there, then you're in the mathematical minority. So check out Wes does it. Wes crushes it. This little heart here is made out of cherry. I had some scrap cherry stock here. I always want to do the best we can, but we're not trying to win here, just trying to participate. That's all. Yeah, I actually didn't know about it until Miss Heather showed me the video. A little rugged looking on this side here. Thank you everybody for being here. If you join the mallet giveaway, I got to get up to 1350. Looks like with these numbers that may not happen today. So, you know, definitely join the mallet giveaway. You know, you can be eligible. All you got to do is subscribe publicly, and we'll go from there, man. You know, we're gonna spin the wheel as soon as I reach 1350, but I got people popping out, so I'm not getting there yet, and it doesn't look like, you know, that may happen today. But we're gonna keep working on this stuff. We're not gonna worry about that for now. A little bit of rough on the edges there. Let me get some sandpaper. Let me smooth that out a little bit. Appreciate you, Wes. Double tap that screen for me. If you enjoy what you watch, doesn't cost you anything. Just double tap that screen for me. Shout out to all my members, including Wes. Anybody else who's up in here, he's a member. Plywood, my mod. Welcome, Dwayne. Welcome to the person from Asia. Wish I could read that. Welcome to Plywood. And shout out Plywood. Hopefully your wife is doing well. Mess with that 220 much right there. So I have a Dremel, but my battery is dead, and I don't mean dead like it needs to be charged. I mean it's actually the life of the battery is dead. So I got to either get a new battery for that Dremel, or I got to get a new Dremel, or I got to use a different tool. So it's gonna be no dremeling when it comes to this stuff. I'm gonna have to do it all by hand. Yeah, I was wondering what the cost was on that, Wes. It's not bad. It's better when it's corded, man. Because look, your battery didn't die on you. Yeah, Heather probably would use that a lot. Got like tear out on this side somehow. It's a good question. Miss Heather said the bit set you had for that, Wes, was that included in that $39.99? Because that was a nice bit set. Okay, it's about another $20. Okay. You gotta file this side a little bit or sand it. Oh, see, my fat sausage fingers, man. I kind of want straight edges on it because I want to cut the mortise straight, right? I want to cut the inlay housing for this. I don't know what you, I guess, I wonder if there's a technical term for that in woodworking, but I don't know if there is. I want it to have straight shoulders, so I don't want to round this thing off too much. At least that's my strategy going in. Thank you, Wes. Wes does it says that's looking crisp so far, and I say thank you. Appreciate you. This edge down here, that's the only thing I want to get rid of. I'm gonna I'm gonna trace it onto another piece of cherry so I have another duplicate of it. It's when you wish you had like a real scroll saw. Almost want to put this on my belt sander, but I don't have enough space to hold it. My fingers will be got. Look at that. It's just the one side of the heart, you know? They are called um, oscillating hand tools. Man, what are they called, Wes? I forget what they call those things. Hey, Raja, what's up, man? What do they call those things? Good question. I cannot remember. If I'm being honest, it probably wouldn't be my next purchase of a tool. Um, because my need for a Dremel is, you know, having one around is good, but at this stage, I don't do a whole lot of carving. Uh, I'm gonna trace this now. Back the camera up a little. I'm gonna put this little heart in my pocket because I'm gonna make another mallet. Beautiful piece of ash right here. Nice and straight, and I don't know where that came from. Condensation, I guess. Nikki knew, or we just cut a heart out. We're gonna put a heart in this mallet. A little different than Wes's. We're gonna make it a little smaller. I kind of took my inspiration from him, but we cut a cherry heart. We're gonna make an ash mallet with a little tiny cherry heart in it, and hopefully I'll be able to produce this just during the day. I'm gonna back my camera up so everybody can see what I'm doing. Really like the way that this mallet came out super clean. So we're gonna make another version of this one here. Nikki New said, "Did you finish the heart mallet, Wes?" And actually, I can't answer that, even though I was on for many hours of that construction. I don't know if he's finished with it just yet. I know he was kind of working on it still this morning. I know he's working right now too, so he's in and out of the chat, Nikki. I wonder if I got a smaller piece of ash that I can use for this. That's a cherry in there. That would almost be right for that, but I'd have to join it. It's too straight over there. Sorry, chat. My version of the chat's like way behind. So I want to try to use this as handle stock here. It's just maybe too small. So here was my idea, was to use this as handle stock here. These are 2 pieces of ash that I cut from my last piece, and they fit together real nicely. If I join them, side join them, they will fit. But the mallets are just a bit on the short side, man. You need a little bit of swing. So I'll save those for another day and not try to reinvent the wheel here. We'll just, I got an idea. So I got the handle here. All I got to do is connect the dots. La, 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 la. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Remember that song? Y'all alive out there? I'm not going to redraw those 85-degree angles. Those are probably good enough. You get the mallet head in this spot right here. It's going to go on the inside of the heels. You know what, though? You know what? Really? I want those to be straight. Those angles got to be just right. So, no, I'll go ahead and cut it out. This one doesn't look great to me here. Can y'all see that? This one doesn't look great to me. I'm not super psyched about that. But I'm going to tell you, when I cut them out last time, those 85-degree angles probably weren't perfect, and I still managed to get a perfect fit on this, what I consider a perfect fit. So let's go. Let's do it. We're going to go ahead and, yeah. I'm going to cut this mug out here. Mike will make it. He made it. Oh yeah, I know, man. Here I bet Mike's got his ammunition loaded, man. I'm prepared to take. I'm prepared to take cynicism and criticism. I'm prepared for it. I deserved it. I earned it. But Mike might actually kind of appreciate that I'm doing a lot of power tools today. Well, I'm using my bandsaw. You know how I am about my bandsaw. I love my bandsaw, man. I want to make sure I got those angles nice and straight. What's that going on in the chat? Nah, man, I told you Bobby did it, man. Bobby. Nah, Heather tries to slow me down. Usually she tries to tell me to pump the brakes. Nah, my fingers are safe, man. Actually had like over 200 students cut out of a bandsaw too, and none of them hurt their fingers either. Let me move this a little bit onto the table. Those little wobbly. I can't cut these curves, so we're gonna do these with the chisel. Mike said, we all know that house is just like mine. I wear the pants in my house. She tells me which ones to wear. Mike, I think you're going to see right now that you're going to see a flip in me because you're about to see some true honesty. I will fully admit that she picks the ones that freely and fully admit. What about your live? What was the email about your live, Mike? Curious. I want it like that, but I can't see that line that well. I thought your router tutorial was like super thorough, man, to be honest with you. I might actually bring out the big mallet for this, man. It's just... You gotta be careful here. Probably best to go through and do stop cuts. I'm gonna try to do it without it. Nah, man, I thought you were pretty safe with that router last night, too. I don't know. By the way, that's not my belly. I do have a belly, but that's not my belly, y'all. That's the fan. So, you know, I am a little overweight, but not that much. My goodness. Let's take some of this top stuff off. This is where you gotta be careful. He wants to blow out, dude. I gotta do a stop cut through the whole side. Unalive someone. That's right, man. Woohoo. I'm sure everyone's excited about that. Yeah, that's not. I'm gonna go from this side. And see how that wants to blow out under the line, dude? That's why stop cuts on everything, dude. Don't ever wait. Don't haste makes waste. Always do stop cuts. I want my small mallet though. Let's do that. Honestly, with a smart way to do this would have been before I bandsawed it to do this cut. You see it comes off easy like that. You guys just wanted to say unalive. That's all you need. Oh, Woodshed Dan, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Dan. And yeah, man. Stay tuned, of course. Everybody shout out Woodshed by Dan. to go back in the chat for a second. Heather B said trying some new things for views, but oh, okay, I guess that was a joke about the fan. Wes doesn't said oily fans. I think he meant OnlyFans, right? But no. But shout out to all those people doing basically the same thing as us. The only difference is they're showing their privates. And we all know a lot of us show our ass all the time, so not a huge difference. I think Dan's still going to be here. He said he had it on in the shop. He's just probably not going to comment a lot. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a awesome weekend. Like everybody else, I get started a bit slow sometimes. Wow, that chat just went way up. Shake that ass. I can't even say that in line, but I can shake this ass and let you see what I got, you know. That's the best I can do. You know what, man? Mystical was I love Mystical back in the day, dude. Then, like, here's a true story. Some like Master P and them, Mystical supposedly like had a relationship with this is some stuff I heard in the studio stuff, man, that was passed to me, and I don't know if it's true or not. Supposedly Mystical had a relationship with C Murder's wife. C Murder was locked up. That's Master P's brother. And I think it was a consensual relationship, but he got in trouble, and he went to the club, and Master P and them like beat the mess out of him. Yeah, Mystical was always mad, dude, shouting all the time. But I think they beat him up so bad he almost died. And this was like, he didn't want to press charges, but I think it was Master P and them that did it. So it was like a big time falling out with him and the rest of that No Limit crew from back in the day. There were some low-key no limit rappers from Baton Rouge that were really good. This guy Youngbleed, I liked him. This other rapper named Lalo. They had a couple rappers down there in Louisiana that were pretty good. These little pads kind of protect my chisel because they're not metal, they're plastic. So if I hit them, it's less damaging to the blade on my chisel. Is that right? Oh, okay, so Wes says that Mystical is, you know, so yeah, no, that changes things, don't it? Yeah, don't none of us want to stand behind that now. So I thought there was some stuff about him, and maybe that's why he disappeared. Norm, welcome. Gagey, welcome. All right, so the end grain is the striking face of the mallet is end grain, right? If that answers your question, Norm. The striking face of the mallet is end grain. The top of the mallet, like the Thor handle coming through, that's end grain. That's end grain. I don't think it's efficient, I mean, unless you know some other way, to put end grain in other places than that because of the tensile properties of wood, the engineering, the way that wood works. I want to stay away from that line, so I sometimes move my chisel up here a bit just to stay away from that. Because I can always pare down, you know. Yeah, this is the handle. I was disoriented there for a second. I'm so spoiled. I sharpen my chisels every day, so I didn't sharpen these today, and I can feel it. My theta. Is the tology in that question? Go back. I need to go back in the chat. What are we talking about? Image or both with all that Scientology mess. So let's go back here. Wes does it, said Tom Cruise is a saint. All right, so I'm thinking that's supposed to be ironic. And then, hold on. Now I can't get the chat. I'm gonna get into it as soon as my phone wants me to see the chat. Stupid phone. Said Tom Cruise is a saint, and then Norm Gage said, yeah, Mike is making stuff. Said Tom Cruise, LOL. Okay, Wes does it. Said LOL. Mike is making stuff. Him and Travolta both with all that Scientology mess. Miss me with that. Well, I'll shout out to that because I don't really buy that stuff either. Wes does it. Science is real. It's the tology that's in question. That is correct. It's the tology. How come some things with ology are like serious and other things with ology are not? Like Scientology, for example, or astrology, which actually I do think is real in a lot of ways. Westology. Westology. Mycology is actually a thing. That's the study of fungus. Calvinism is a thing. I can't stand behind it, but it's a thing. Let me turn this around so I can angle that better. Mike is making stuff ism. Mimism. One of these last two mallets going to go to my subscribers, and the other one's going to go to Benjamin of BW Wood Turning. Shout out to Benjamin out there in Denmark. He's going to trade me a couple of hand-turned salt and pepper shakers. Like grinders, salt grinder, pepper grinder. And I'm going to send him a mallet. Barter system. So shout out BW Wood Turning wherever you're at. Guy's a nice guy, man, Benjamin. Very, very nice guy. Check out his channel if you get a chance. Check out Wes Does It's channel. Check out Mike is Making Stuff's channel. Both of those two have content all the time. We've got lots of crafting friends too, so stick around and, like, you know, take a journey around the circuit of people that you see here, and you will find a lot of crafting content to inspire you. If you feel an emptiness in your life and want to make something, you're not alone. You're really not. You're sitting in a room with a whole bunch of people who have that feeling right now and feel like they would really like to create something. It would make their life feel more fulfilled. So, my suggestion to you is to do it. Obviously safely. Learn a little bit if you've never done it before. Learn some safety stuff first, and then do it, and then video it and let us all see it. Because we learn in all kinds of ways, you know. Trying to streamline this mallet making process. Since I've made 3 mallets in the last week or so, I should be better at it now. My last one came out better than any of the other ones, so yeah, maybe Mike says, I fill the world to kill the emptiness in my soul. It's very deep. It's very deep. And I do feel like he's clowning me a little bit, but I'm going to say, yeah, Mike, I mean, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you 100%. Yeah, this is going to be a real easy mallet to make. So here we have our rough layout now. Yeah, I mean, that carving that Mike was making was legit the other night. Mike got skills, talent, carving. I'm gonna like, I haven't watched a ton of carving channels, and I'm legit gonna say it right now. Here it is, on the line. Mike seems to be the most naturally talented carver that I have seen online. I'll put it out there. He doesn't do it all the time, but when you see him do it and the control that he has, he knows what he's doing. So check out Mike's channel. Watch him carve that thing from yesterday. Sit down, just relax. Watch him work that piece of wood, man. He understands the wood. It's a relationship, a give and take with the wood, you know. I mean, he's good, Wes. If Wes is humming at me, I'm telling you, man. The carving I saw yesterday was legit. Very good control with all his knives too. Didn't freak me out that he was going to cut himself. Exactly an inch there is what I'm seeing width-wise. Well, no. It's like 15 16ths. Huh, what a pain in the butt. I remember going through this last time. The Wood Whisperer. There is a guy named that. He has the most successful YouTube channel. He's called the Wood Whisperer. I think he is the biggest woodworking channel on YouTube. Like millions of followers. 15/16, man. That means 7.5/16. Now trying to get a 1/2 from the middle. I want this right on here. Oh, man. Seven and a half, 16. Yeah, that's right here. That's tricky. Wow, sorry, y'all. The maths. I think Mike was working on the heart challenge, wasn't he? Let's go back a second. Welcome in Kevin Ellis, 443013 Woodworks, member, and Norm, of course, I mentioned that. Runix Workshop, welcome Runix. Mike said Spags is awesome. I think he's talking about delete, LOL, bah ha 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 ha. And then Mike Runix said, howdy folks. Wes does it, said, hey Kevin. And Mike is making stuff, said, but he had some drama of his own. And West asked Mike if he's going to do the heart challenge. And Runix said hello to Heather. Am I caught up? Yeah, double tap that screen for me, guys. Give me that like. YouTube knows what it's doing a little bit better that way. Knows who to send my way. Oh, the Wood Whisperer. Oh yeah, I didn't know his last name. Gotcha. Thought you might have been talking about the Wood Whisperer. Yeah. Yeah, the real dude runs a YouTube channel. I've only checked it out briefly actually. But yeah. That's a little shy of what it needs to be right there, I think so. That's all right though, because we just can always take more. We can never like put it back in. That looks pretty good. We have the inside face here. And we have the inside face here. Alrighty. Alright, so what I'm going to do to get these lines in the right spot is pinch this mallet together and then make marks right here on the on the top, and I'll transcribe those marks onto the wood there. I think that's the best way to do it. If I try to trace both sides, I don't think it's going to turn out well. At least I don't think it will. I want it about right there anyway. Now let's do this. This might be a way to do it here. It's not bad. Dang, I want to see an email. He retracted the message. I want to see what he was talking. Mike was talking about. Don't retract it. Hold up. I have to know how much overhang I got, basically. Talking about like a roofer. Kind of gives the mallet an angle if you do it that way, dude. I don't know about that. Nah, we can shore up that top after. Yeah. Yeah, they got a lot on the line if they say something controversial at that level, that's for sure. A lot on the line. I'm not worried about the angle of this that much. It does seem to be not exactly plumb coming out the mallet, but I'm okay with that. I can adjust that a little bit. But I got to make sure that the lines are set the same on both sides, like how much there's going to be protruding from the mallet. It seems like that's about. So this can be kind of trickier than it seems, dude. Especially when you change the way you do it. I should have just done everything the same way. That's pretty close. All right. I think that Wood Whisperer does a live stream wood like talk once every 3 months or something. I was just kind of passing through his page. I don't know a whole lot about him. Mike knows more, I think, than I do. Oh, dude. Well, that stinks. I wonder whether it had something to do with the company folding, maybe. They couldn't afford him as a... I mean, that's a lot of money out of his pocket. That was probably a big hit. But definitely, like, what's the writing on the wall from that story, you know? Maybe the changing of YouTube, the changing landscape. Got to do this bottom layout here. Shows you how much YouTube knows. This is supposed to be my peak audience, so the whole week, I think, even. Maybe Wednesday, I don't know. Bye, Kevin. Take care of those teeth. All right, let's go ahead and finish this bit right here where I saw into these and start removing the material and check it with the mallet handle so that I can get 1 or 2 more subscribers, and because I'm at 1350 right now, and what I need to do is get like 1 or 2 buffers so that I don't go below that after I make a big deal out of giving something away. So let's go ahead and rally here. I know I only got 18 people in the room. Let's rally here. Let's get a couple more subscribers so that I can do this spin, and I'll make a short and give away my mallet. And this one will go probably to BW. Let's just sit my phone. B-side. I'm gonna have to keep track of that. That's pretty close. Need a little bit more there. Oh, rough. Down to 14. Man, we're really hurting up in here, man. Really hurting. It's all right. Finish this bit. Oh, it's super easy, Mike. There's a little add sound button at the top if you're doing it from your phone, okay? If you're doing it from your computer, it's a little trickier, man, because you're using software to do it. Like if you're using Clipchamp to do it, it's probably not going to be possible that way. You'll have to use their software. That's how they do their little check on it. Maybe if you know it's a piece that they have licensed out on there, you just use less than a minute segment of it, you know? But it's real easy. Yeah, I did make it to 1,350, but I got to get one or two more because I always lose subs. People decide that's not for them, whatever. So I got to get one more, two more in there before I'm going to draw. I'm not going to draw and then go down to 1349 at 1 o'clock. I don't want to do that. So I'll stick around for some of y'all to decide that you want to subscribe and join the contest, and then I'll do the drawing here in about an hour. I'm not going to stay on with 17 people watching. Not going to do that, guys. All right, here's this. I'll chisel this out, and then I'm going to roll out, guys, because I'm going to do a drawing, but I got to have 13. I want 1351. Where am I at right now? Yeah, I got to get one more, guys. I got to know I'm going to have 1350. I got 17 people in the room. Come on, y'all. Come on, YouTube. You know the people that want to be here. Not sending out alerts, not sending out notifications. I never know what's going on. My phone freezes so much. I could tell you if I had two people in here right now. $13.51. Woohoo! There we go. Appreciate you, $13.51. Let me turn this around, chisel downward a little bit, because that's easier. Gravity sometimes helps a little bit. I appreciate everybody. Mike, shout outs to Mike and Wes and Heather and all of my supporters, Kevin. everyone who's in the room, because I wouldn't be at 1,350 subs if it wasn't for you guys. Mike is always shouting out my channel. Wes is always shouting out my channel. Welcome, Cole Ray. Just cooling, I think. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all, because without y'all, I wouldn't have ever reached that. I wouldn't have reached 1,000 subs. So, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, Wes, wherever Wes is at. I know he's got a lot. He's busy today. Thank all the other people too, man. Diego, who's not in right now, and Gandara, and my friends and supporters that can't be here during the day a lot. You still have an opportunity to join the competition, because I have not finished this live. As soon as I finish this live stream, I'm going to go and spin the wheel. And I'm going to put all my public subscribers' names on that wheel. And it's going to get spun. And then that person will be contacted. And they will be allowed to pick their mallet. Well, nah, actually, it's going to be this mallet, this cherry and maple mallet. Because I think the other one's going to Gandara, this ash one. $13.53. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, so as soon as I finish this Mortise here, I'll get in there and do this drawing. And then remember, don't unsub, because after that, I'm gonna build a dovetail box, and and I also have another mallet too. I'm gonna be doing mallets occasionally. I feel like it's a good thing to build, good thing to give away. I'm gonna do a dovetail box with soap in it. And remember, we're only a couple months away from Christmas now. You know, we're less than half the year away from Christmas, so that'll make a great gift. You can scratch that off the list. Yeah. Yeah. Literally, when we had our members thing, it was out of like 3 people, because there was only 3 people in there. And I know that pissed some people off, so I'm gonna make sure that I do more members giveaways and like get some stuff out to y'all, because I do appreciate you all, man. More than the money, it's like y'all support and willingness to stick around. Definitely want this shoulder straight here, and the cheeks, but the cheeks are already straight because this is dimensional lumber. With my other ones I made out of maple, the cheeks weren't necessarily straight. I had to use the belt sander to get them flattened out. I got this little heart in my pocket. Sorry, microphone. It's in there somewhere. In there somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. This heart is gonna go in this mallet. It's a little cherry heart that we cut out. I'm gonna make a little. We're gonna make a little inlay spot for it. And we'll put this heart somewhere like on the corner, like that, and participate in the Delon challenge. Delon has challenged folks, open challenge, to put a heart in their woodwork. So we're gonna put this heart right in here, just like this. Hopefully, it won't be difficult. I'm not much of a carver, so it's gonna test my mortise cutting, freehand carving skills, basically, man. I do a lot of straight lines. You guys know that, right? So some of y'all are like, man, I'd love to see him try to cut some curves. Well, that might be what you see with this. It's giveaway season, not just one giveaway, so don't unsubscribe after we do the giveaway. I'm gonna make a dovetail box. I'm not gonna do double dovetails. We'll do single dovetails. It'll be handmade, so it'll be a bit crude. I made a lot of these kind of boxes. We'll do a handmade single dovetail box loaded with soap and potentially a candle. We got some candles and some soap, all made from the best materials, the most expensive soap and candle making materials. I always make my soap from always all the best ingredients, like olive oil, coconut oil, essential oils. Last time I used arnica oil. So you're getting a good soap. I know what I'm doing. Took a little practice. So definitely sign up, and because I'm not my currency is people, right? I will send out. I wouldn't sell one of these mallets for $50, but I'll send them out for free. As long as I have people. I'm looking at y'all like I need you. That's what I need. I'm Uncle Sam, like I need you. That's what I need. I don't need you to buy stuff. I'm not trying to sell you anything at the moment. We will be selling stuff soon. But right now, the currency is people. I don't exactly expect this handle to fit in here because I cut it inside the lines, which is kind of how you're supposed to do it, guys. So let's give it a shot. Joe Pena, welcome. That is a good fit. See? Real easy. Nice fit. So all there is to do on this mallet to get the mallet completed and functional is to cut out that other mortise and glue it up. Very simple, right? And we have our next mallet. I think I maybe should just go ahead and cut that. I mean, it fits really well like that. And then so hopefully this will go well and we'll insert that in there in the top. We'll have that little heart in there. It'll be part of Delon's challenge. I'm going to take a quick water break and I'll be right back. When I finish the live stream today, I'll go ahead and finish this now. When I finish the live stream today, I'll do drawing. We'll put it on short. We'll make sure we announce it in multiple ways. If you're the winner, you got to check back for my posts. I will post your name in a post. So make sure that you stay tuned, like, and don't get too distant when I do the turning. But in a minute, I'm going to take a water break. And in a minute, I'm going to come back and do the A side of this mallet. I'm going to saw the lines in here, cut those out with a chisel, check the sizing on here, and then we'll move on from there. Thank you for being at Dad's Workshop. Please do double tap the screen and like this video, and think about subscribing or becoming a member. Here's my call to action. $2.99 is my membership for a month. I'm crazy. You will have access to videos on my account that are me being crazy. If you want to like watch somebody be a lunatic in real time, I'm probably the right guy to go to because I'm very erratic. Ask Mike. And I also like to do woodwork, so if that's your thing too, you know, you can check that out too, besides being crazy. So definitely like think of becoming a member. There's a whole bunch of videos on there. I think there's some videos where I cry like a little baby and stuff like that. Stuff you would love to watch me actually do because it's humiliating. So that's $2.99 a month to see me humiliate myself. Pretty good price in my opinion. Bye Norm. Have a good lunch. Let's get back to it. Welcome. As I said, I've got this mallet laid out and I'm going to add this heart to it. I've got this other side. What I got to do is do the same thing I just did with that other side here with this A side. Line on the bottom don't look right. That's good. You got about an hour and a half until I make this drawing for this mallet giveaway. So make sure that you subscribe to become eligible. All right, let's try this one. Put this up vertical. Gagey, take care. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Gagey. Thank you for coming through. Shout out, Gagey. Sometimes I make a line and I'm like, why? How the hell could you make a line that looked like that? You got about, I'm gonna say, an hour and a half until I make this drawing for a free mallet. That's the giveaway, first giveaway to subscribers, and we're gonna have more, so stay subscribed. It's kind of the key here. Subscribe and stay subscribed. Join the fam, and you will eventually see rewards for it. It will happen. Yes, sir. Wes, that giveaway is going to be today, based unless I went under 1350, in which case I gotta wait longer. But last time my mods and my partner in crime Heather checked, I was at 1353. So we will be giving away a mallet today, or we will be drawing the name and contacting that person, hopefully. This is how it's going to work. We're going to give you 24 hours to get back to us if we draw your name. If you don't do it in 24 hours, we're going to spin the wheel again for the next person. We'll put that on a post too, so everybody knows. Theoretically, it could be somebody who I haven't seen in a long time. So maybe a few people get drawn before the person who gets it. Of course, Wes, you are entered. Yeah, I mean, you're a public subscriber. I can look at my list and it shows you on there. So, yes, Wes does it. You can enter. Everybody, if you're not familiar, Wes Does It has an awesome channel too. Really, hardly even needs my promotion, but here it is right now. Wes Does It is crushing the woodworking live stream world right now. A phenom of sorts. I would highly suggest that you check out his channel if you have not done so yet. But I imagine many of you have done so. And maybe how you ended up here, and maybe not. But if you haven't, here he is, Wes, running an awesome woodworking and carpentry and all kinds of, like, he's a shop guy channel. He has all kinds of shop stuff he does. He is a current licensed contractor. So he has the practical knowledge. He also is a craftsman. In his spare time, he likes to make things in a crafty way, you know. So, like a lot of us do. This ash when I'm chiseling against the side grain is going to move my bench a little bit. Sorry guys, but I like to trust my chisels to do that kind of work. I put them through it quite a bit actually. I mean, this side looks shallow, that side looks deep. I'm gonna tell you, both my layout lines did not, the layout lines did not look like they matched to me. No, it looks like it's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. They matched. This feels like a lot more there. Yes, Wes is an amazing maker. He makes great stuff. I was wondering why he was putting that heart in his mallet until Heather told me there's a challenge for that. That Delon of Delon's Handmade Woodwork, plug for him, shout out to Delon wherever he's at, probably work, has a challenge. You got to put a heart in your woodwork. So we've made a tiny little heart. Tiny little cherry heart here. We're gonna put this into this mallet when we finish the basic mallet construction part, you know. These little edges, you could look at them and think they're not much, but if you don't work those out, then you notice that your piece won't sit flush. So you want the cheek, which is this right here that I got my fingers on right now, and the shoulder both straight as possible, man. It kind of goes without saying because, you know, you're carving something, you're trying to make it fit, right? But people don't notice there's little tiny pieces of wood in the part that squares up your shoulder, right here. And if you don't notice that, ladies and gentlemen, it'll get in your way. And you'll get frustrated. You start hitting your wood with different tools and stuff when all you needed to do is, like you see me right now, push at this edge stuff get it up to that corner, and then come back vertically with your chisel, sometimes with the back side of it. So I like using this side too. This helps you if you're just trying to pare away just the uneven parts. Also, job if you have a router, hand router. Like I have a routing plane that would work for this, but it's just not sharp enough, man. Plus it's kind of maybe a little too small of a piece. I have to get that routing plane out and sharpen that on live here one of these days. See, I see a little bit right here. Close to the line now. That didn't look good right there. Yeah, that was like blowout. Alright guys, that's that part. But this is not actually all the way down in here. Hold on one second. This is not all the way down in here. Let me work this out a little bit. I said a few minutes ago, you got about an hour or so till I do my drawing for these mallet. It's going to be for this mallet, which is a hard maple mallet with the cherry handle. This is laminated, but this is a solid handle, and it came from slabs, like two really well air cured cherry and a maple slab that I've had for years. Very good condition. Obviously years of air drying, and made them kind of nice. So check that out. Make sure that you join the giveaway by subscribing publicly to the channel. Don't know why I'm ending up with this big gap here. Oh, okay. There's a quick way to do this, and that is to use the belt sander to even these cheeks down, to pair the cheek, basically grind the cheeks down of these mortises. Don't love the way they line up too. I'm gonna have to take part of my mallet head off to line them up, which is not something I'm used to doing. Well, it's just about, I have to remove more waste. That's what that is. So let's get out some of the big guns here, maybe. Not actual guns, but like chisels, so YouTube don't cancel my channel. Some of these are real sharp though. Real sharp, like they'll cut my fingers because the sides of them I sharpen the whole thing. Come on, chat. Where's my chat at? Why is the chat so quiet? Why am I so loud in everybody else's chat? Everybody says to be quiet in mine. Come on now. Say something up in there. Come on, folks. Y'all know when I chat in your thing, it's not on accident. I'm not just talkative. I chat to up y'all's chat rate. Okay? Do I need to spell this stuff out for folks? I up y'all's chat rate by chatting with people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you being at Dad's Workshop, man. Everybody, love y'all. Love y'all. Make sure that you join the mallet competition. My camera battery is getting low anyways. Appreciate everybody being here. Love y'all. Have a great day. See y'all tomorrow.